There's our first moose right there. I don't know where the bull's at, but we're gonna try and find him. Gotta be close. Gotta be close. Okay, we're set up on these cuts here. Gonna try and suck a cow, or sorry, a bull in from over here. The wind's coming in our face here. And the sun's on the way down. It's a beautiful day. Hopefully they can get her done. This is the first night that it's been calm. And you can actually hear if you need to. Stay tuned. Let's go right at him. Break it. Okay, we just had a bull come in behind us. Winded us. Okay, it's October 10th. I'm down here for round 2. Try to get a moose on the ground here. Got the boomstick and the bow. It's roughly 12:30, 1 o'clock. We're gonna try and get her done. Stay tuned. Decoy set up. It's got some cow urine on her. The bow is ready. Keep the wind died down here. Let's see if we can't make this happen. Sun's going down nice. It's gonna be a beautiful night. Boom skate. Hopefully they participate. Couple hours, we should find out. Well guys, I arrowed a moose last night. Slept in the truck. Waiting for a hunting partner here to see if we can't go find him. I don't know what everybody else's truck looks like come hunting season, but mine tends to have a few items stored in it. But that's the way I like it. Pretty much got everything here that I need. So it works. Most important, cup of coffee. Alright guys, I'm going to tell you a story about what took place on my moose hunt, and hopefully you like it. It's a classic case of shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know, but nothing I can do about it now, so here it goes. So I come down with my hunting partner to a new area for a week, 6 days, hunted. I ended up calling in one. He come in quiet, rut wasn't in full swing yet, and that was pretty much it. He winded us and took off. So we ended up packing up camp on a Saturday and come back to work for a few days, whatnot, and I decided to come back down on October 10th and by myself and to try and see if the rut was in better shape and they were more responsive and whatnot. So I set up pretty close to where we had our wall tent set up and decided to just try and call for a couple hours. So I get my decoy set up, my gun laying there, my bow laying there, arrow knocked. Called for about hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Sun was down. The wind was sort of swirling a little bit, you know, dinking around some. Anyways, I started to get a chill, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to pack up and just walk back to my truck. Truck was only like 400 or 500 yards away, so it was no big deal. And out of nowhere, all I hear is, like, holy crap. So at this point I had my decoy packed away, gun on my shoulder, bow in my other hand, and I was just about to start walking and I hear this moose start to grunt. I'm like, okay, here we go. I look down the tree line edge of this cut. It's like 150, 200 yards, and I see white paddles coming. And he's like, here he comes. So I literally had 3 minutes, 5 minutes max to get my wits about me. I took my backpack off, leaned my gun up against a tree, laid my bow down on the ground, and I'm like, okay, here he's coming. This is happening really fast. I had my hand on my gun, and I said, no, Rhett, you can do this. I'm going to use my bow. And I quickly nocked an arrow, and I'd ranged a tree earlier in the evening at 32 yards, little pine tree. He come right up to it. He knew something wasn't up, wasn't right, so okay, so he turned broadside. I was at full draw, and just as I went to release, he let out a whoosh, and he bolted. And at the same time, I let my arrow fly, and I knew it wasn't a good hit, but there's nothing I could do about it now, and my heart sunk. I was choked. I was choked at myself for, why didn't I use my gun? It is what it is. I couldn't change it at the time, so they bolted. There was a cow behind him that I didn't see, but anyways, he took off. Choked, frustrated, went back to my truck, called my hunting partner and told him that I'd arrowed a moose and I'll look for him in the morning. So, long story short, I figured I arrowed him just in front of the hip, and it come out sort of up in this area and out here, and we tracked him for the next day for roughly 12-13 kilometers up and down some ridges, valleys, and he never bedded down that night. We were hoping that we would catch him laying down, or at least slow down some, but it didn't work out. It's not how I wanted to end a moose hunt, by all means, not leaving an arrow in an animal. But for all you guys that are archers, you know what I'm talking about. I don't like wounding an animal, by all means. So there's two things I was immediately choked about. Brett, should you use a gun? I could have piled them up with a gun, no problem. And talking to my hunting partner and his brother later on, they said, well, Brett, do you think you would have been, disappointed at yourself knowing full well that you could have shot this moose with your bow? 32 yards, not a long shot. So anyways, yeah, that's my moose hunt so far. I hope you enjoyed the clips previous. I'll show you the clips after, what I found after I arrowed this moose. The next clip you'll see is me standing with my gun in between two trees, and my gun is 47 inches long, and when he took off running, both sides of his paddles hit either tree, so give or take it's 50+ inch bull moose. Pretty respectable in my books anyway, so hope you enjoy the rest of the clip, and stay tuned. I'll try to get down moose hunting in November. That's when my tag's good till, and hopefully pile something up with the boomstick. So, thumbs up. So up our ridge, Darcy and I hiked all the way down over there, down over this drainage over here. I think by the time